Hezbollah have agreed to cease fire in a deal which has been brokered by the United States and France to take the ceasefires to take place effective Wednesday. Tyrone Bowman live. Welcome to the program on tonight. Let's get right down to it. Let me turn this phone, put it off and put it on silent, because every time I go live, it seems to want to act up. So, once again, Tyrone Bowman live. Let's get down to the main story as reported by Reuters on this evening. So, Biden says that Israel and Hezbollah ceasefire will start on Wednesday. So this is a basic summary of the deal that has been brokered by France and the United States. The ceasefire brokered by the U.S. and France aims for permanent peace. Israel is to withdraw forces Lebanon to deploy 5,000 troops. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warns of forceful response to any Hezbollah violations. A ceasefire between Israel and Iran-backed group Hezbollah will take effect on Wednesday after both sides accepted an agreement brokered by the United States and France, U.S. President Joe Biden said on Tuesday. The accord cleared the way for an end to a conflict across the Israeli-Lebanese border that has killed thousands of people since it was ignited by the Gaza war last year. Biden, who made remarks at the White House shortly after Israel's Security Cabinet approved the agreement in a 10-1 vote, said he had spoken to Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Lebanon's caretaker Prime Minister Najib Mikati. Fighting would end at 4 a.m. local time or 0200 GMT time, he said. This is designed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities, Biden said. What is left of Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations will not be allowed to threaten the security of Israel again. Israel will gradually withdraw its forces over 60 days as Lebanon's army takes control of territory near its border, with Israel to ensure that Hezbollah does not rebuild its infrastructure there, Biden said. Civilians on both sides will soon be able to safely return to their communities, President Biden said. French President Emmanuel Macron shared the signing of the deal on social media platform X, saying it was the culmination of efforts undertaken for many months with the Israeli and Lebanese authorities in close collaboration with the United States. Lebanon's Mikati issued a statement welcoming the deal. Foreign Minister Abdullah Habib earlier said the Lebanese army would be ready to have at least 5,000 troops deployed in southern Lebanon as Israeli troops withdraw. Netanyahu said he was ready to implement a ceasefire deal and would respond forcefully to any violation by Hezbollah. Netanyahu, who faces some opposition to the deal from within his coalition or government, said the ceasefire would allow Israel to focus on the threat from Iran, replenish depleted arms supplies, and give the army a rest, and to isolate Hamas, the militant group that triggered war in the region when it attacked Israel from Gaza last year. We will enforce the agreement and respond forcibly to any violation. Together, we will continue until victory, Netanyahu said. In full coordination with the United States, we retain complete military freedom of action. Should Hezbollah violate the agreement or attempt to rearm, we will strike decisively. Netanyahu said Hezbollah, which is allied to Palestinian militant group Hamas, was considerably weaker than it had been at the start of the conflict. We have set it back decades, eliminated its top leaders, destroyed most of its rockets and missiles, neutralized thousands of fighters, and obliterated years of terror infrastructure near our border, he said. The United Nations Special Coordinator for Lebanon, Jeannie Hennes Plas-Charette, welcomed the ceasefire deal in a statement commending the parties to the agreement. Now it's time to deliver through concrete actions to consolidate today's achievement. A senior U.S. official briefing reporters on condition of anonymity said the U.S. and France would join a mechanism with the UNIFL peacekeeping force that would work with the Lebanese army to deter potential violations of the ceasefire. U.S. combat forces would not be deployed, the official said. The Lebanon ceasefire came after a change of attitudes on both sides in late October, the official said. Biden, who leaves office in January, said his administration would continue to push for an elusive ceasefire and hostage release deal in Gaza, where Israel is battling Hamas, as well as for a deal to normalize relations between Israel and Saudi Arabia, despite the diplomatic breakthrough hostilities raged as Israel dramatically ramped up its campaign of airstrikes in Beirut and other parts of Lebanon, with health authorities reporting at least 18 killed. The Israeli army said it struck components of Hezbollah's financial management and systems, including a money exchange office. Israel issued more evacuation warnings late on Tuesday, just hours before the ceasefire was due to take effect. Hezbollah also kept up rocket fire into Israel. Israel's Air Force intercepted 3 launches from Lebanese territory, the military said, in an extensive missile barrage on Tuesday night that led to warning alarms in approximately 115 settlements. Ala Ibrahim, a mother of twin girls from the southern village of Qatayaya, Al-Sanabar, who had fled nearly 3 months ago to Beirut, said she hoped Israel officials who have expressed contradictory views on a ceasefire would be faithful to the deal. Our village, they destroyed half of it. In these few seconds before they announced the ceasefire, they destroyed half our village, she said. God willing, we can go back to our homes and our land. A poll conducted by Israel's Channel 12 TV found that 37% of Israelis were in favor of the ceasefire, compared with 32% against. Opponents to the deal in Israel include opposition leaders and heads of towns near Israel's border with Lebanon, who want a depopulated buffer zone on Lebanon's side of the frontier. Both the Lebanese government and Hezbollah have insisted that a return of displaced civilians to southern Lebanon is a key tenet of the truce. Israeli Security Minister Tamar Ben-Javad, a right-wing member of Netanyahu's government, said on X the agreement does not ensure the return of Israelis to their homes in the country's north, and that the Lebanese army would not have the ability to overcome Hezbollah. In order to leave Lebanon, we must have our own security belt, Ben-Javad said. Tyrone Bowman, never surrender, never